I'm sorry. I don't have a YouTube family. I don't have a Facebook family. I'm my family. I'm my friend. I'm my best friend. Okay. Look at this. Look at this. Okay. I was just making a video and I was telling y'all some juicy stuff, and my grandmother's spirit came through. She said, "You got the headphones in there. They can't hear you." I was up on some juicy stuff. Dang. So I was saying, grandmother, help me and thank you. See, she has my technological back. Where I am, I can't film, so you have to look at the ground. Or you can look at me, I don't care. So narcissism, I would say for me, the best way to, so narcissism, this is all on the internet. I don't know why it keeps coming up on my YouTube feed, because I'm done. I started it for a year, and so now I know what I was dealing with going back to my mother. But I would say the word narcissism, if you are new to this, because you've dealt with them, you probably have called them other names like douchebag, assholes, bitches, bastards, but the medical world, the spiritual world calls them narcissists. And I was just saying that it's just repackaged. Every generation just repackages, just like the young man that I saw who was rapping today at the subway. You know, he was really he was putting that energy out there, but he would say that he was rapping, and I would say, well, we used to freestyle at the subway, and so it's the same thing. Damn, I was saying some good stuff. And so just replace the word narcissism with demons or devils, and then you'll process it. And I'm just gonna say it. I studied narcissism for a year, but if I had done that, I probably would have just watched maybe 5 to 10 videos and would have gotten it. You still see what I'm saying? I'm thinking I'm chasing something new. That's what I thought. Oh, I'm on to something new. This is something new out here. Them are fucking devils, demons, Satan's generals. That's all it is. I don't regret it, but I spent hundreds and hundreds of videos. Okay, so narcissist. And I want to say that there was a video I want to paste to my Facebook, because it talks about not just the narcissist, but the family. You have to understand the families are very happy with a new supplier coming in. If you don't understand what I'm saying, you have to go watch Twilight. The Twilight series shows you that many people are just vampires. And so what they do is they hunt for people like you and me. And angels, empaths, good-hearted people, and so they hunt because they can derive a certain energy from us that they can't get from other narcissists. And that was something else that I really struggled with when I was learning, because I was like, well, why don't narcissists just damn date narcissists? And they do, but it's a certain type of pure energy that they get from you and me that they can't get. And so if you're wondering why you've been, and a psychic told me that, I said, why I get all these assholes in my life? She said it's like a moth to the flame. And she said that, and another one told me too, another one said flat out that certain people with certain love and energy are always hunted out. So the narcissistic family, you have to understand, the narcissistic families are very, very happy to know sometimes that their children, female or male, are bringing in new energy. And after you exchange vows, this is when the games begin. The disrespect, that's when the mask comes off, the acting comes off, the big loving family mask tends to come off. According to this video, this is not according to me. It's according to the video, okay? And I'm gonna find this video because it's very, very good. And I don't believe in like giving props, but this video you have to see. And so what I can do like right now, like I can really, really cry. I can cry because the way this man describes how it's done, just okay, and so this has nothing to do with gender, but let's just look at the female coming in, whether she's white, whether she's brown, whether she's red. And so like a vampire will like go out, and he probably already knows everything about you. He's been watching you. He's been tearing up your life. He knows everything about you because he does not have the testicles to ask you out on a date. He's very intimidated, but he sees you as nice fuel for the family. So in this video, he was saying that, okay, so the female will come in and she really thinks that she has hit the jackpot with this family. And according to this man, okay, and I'm just saying that because men don't go after men. They're very cowardly that way, the narcissists. And so according to this man, he said his work colleagues are in on it, the neighbors, and they just act like, oh, you're so wonderful. Oh, you're so good for him. Oh, you've done this for him. And it's been nothing but a mask. And so that's when the disrespect begins. And I can just cry right now. And I'm not being a fucking ass actress. But I sit here and I did cry. I had to watch that video like 2 or 3 times because this guy just said on this video, it's no way people can be that cruel. And that's true. So they're not people. But to do that to a person, so you think about, you look at these YouTube videos, all these women, brown, red, white, pink, I don't care what color they are. You look at all these women who thought that they found their dream man. And then they thought that they was going to take on another mother figure, another sister figure. And then they find out sooner or later, it was just all a game. It was a joke. Hocus pocus. Poof. And they do this to people and they don't care. And they laugh about it. That's what they do. That's what they do. I want to say this, do not give sex to men who live in the country, and do not give sex to men who have a history. If he says something about alcohol, or I don't care if he said he took drugs back in the 30s, don't give him sex. His brain has been even further burned, damaged. And so again, this is where the stalking is a mental illness. Constantly wanting someone who don't want you is mental illness. And so shape-shifting and following people is a that's all mental illness. And so again, you have to understand mental illness is also when a woman can say, I don't want you. You ruined my life. You didn't ruin my life, but if a woman say, you ruined where I was sleeping, you ruined my cars. You had me sleeping and peeing outside. It's not a goddamn thing that you can say to me. It's not a goddamn, there's nothing you can say to me, but fuck off. And so, and they'll come at you with some creative shit. Don't get it twisted. Okay? And so you have to understand, I can just cry right now. That's the 3rd time I've said that shit. I don't repeat myself. I'm thinking about all these women who thought that they was just, because I'm telling you, let me say this. A lot of women out here, they just want a normal, healthy family love life. I don't give a goddamn what color they are. Ask them. They'll tell you they just want to fall in love, get married. And while they are having a vision of having grandchildren, this motherfucker and his family, they done planned on the calendar how they gonna fuck her up for energy. And so it's very painful when you find out you've been played. And they are not capable of remorse. That's another thing that every psychologist of every background say, that narcissists are not. Now, they will say, I'm sorry, but you can say anything. I can sit up here and say I'm a Rockefeller, but I can't go to the bank and get shit out. You see what I'm saying? So my dad used to say a split mouth can say anything, and that's true. And so you have to understand that these, like I said, listen, I'm trying to just give you a shortcut. Whenever you hear the word narcissist, you probably have heard it, and you probably avoided listening to it because you probably thought, well, that's just something so grandiose. Just think of the word demon or devil. That's it. And they are cruel in nature. They are very, very cruel. Their inadequacies, their cruelties, their evils, they project that on you. Wherever you go, they tell everyone everything that they are. Their apologies mean nothing. Their apologies is only for you to let your guard down so they can come back and cuss you out about another apple or another 2 or 3 ounces of milk. Don't ever believe them when they apologize. I don't give a fuck. They are not capable of remorse. Now I want you to think about that, ladies. I want you to think about when you have a man you don't even fucking know how sacred that is. They have a man to be inside of your body, inside of your Stargate. It's a spiritual experience. It's a pleasurable experience. If you just think about having a man inside of you, and a man who is not capable of remorse, an actor. I'm not saying all of them are like that, but 90%. My grandmother told me I have a soulmate. Well, hooray. But you have to also think about what people don't say. She never said to believe everything that Joker said. She never said to buy everything he's selling. She didn't say that. Your energies can be lined up, but hey, I'm still watching you with the slant eye, okay? I think my romance days are over, so thank God. I'm gonna post this right now because I always feel like there's some lady who will watch it, and even if she's my age, she probably, she'll benefit. She'll benefit from it. Do no harm. Just get the information. If your narcissist and his family have torn up everything, God will replace it. Okay? God will replace it. Just start out small and build back up. And don't ever forget that they tore up all your shit. You sleeping on the street, you in shelters, you've never had to live like this. Why would you forgive that? That's crazy. They don't forgive. That's crazy. But, I was saying in the video, free will. You need to really study free will energy. I studied that. That scared the hell out of me because you have to understand there are certain gods who will release your ass for protection. Okay, I'm done. Study free will energy. Do no harm. No physical harm. Speak the truth. Be aware. People are going to hate you. Listen, there are lots of people who are waking up. Men, women, all over this planet. Relationships are breaking up. Married people breaking up because now the planet, she is demanding that either you stand alone in your energy or that you must be with someone that the energies, because that's the only thing that she can accept. Okay, so think of it this way: when you clean your house, you throw away that which you don't need. Okay, and so do no harm. That's like the main thing. Somebody hit me the other day. Sure did. Nothing was done about it. No accountability. But I bet you I get called into a meeting Tuesday about an apple or some fucking 3 ounces of milk. Story of my life, and I'm well able to I'm the sweetest person in the world, but a lady hit me with a door. Nothing was done about that, but I guarantee you I get called into a meeting about an apple that was in my purse for 3 days. This is how they do. Okay, so sisters, what do we do to be saved? We do no harm. We meditate, pray, and we just try. We believe. You and I believe in karma. Okay, so we may have like 99 problems, but we don't look for like bad karma invoices because we live a life of doing no harm. Okay, again, I just talked about repackaging. My grandmother's generation, they used to say up in the churches, well, we live a clean, sanctified life. Well, what I'm saying to you is the same thing. Do no harm. It's just every generation. There are no new dance moves. There are no new hairstyles. That's all I'm saying. It's just repackaged. I'm saying the same thing my grandmother and her friends would say. We live a clean life unto the Lord, holy, sanctified, do no harm. It's the same thing. So that's all I want to say. Love yourself. Stand up for your, just because you're an angel of love and light, you stand up for, I use my mouth. Stand up for yourself. Speak the truth, okay? And just be aware. And you have to understand too, narcissist demons, they don't want people to know about them. So they come after people like me. Like right now, I'm experiencing what I call direct energy pain. And so like halfway into this, they'll like start making my body itch or my body burn. But don't forget, they love me. That love shit. Love hurts. He beats me, but he loves me. And remote control consequences. You don't have to live with that. Just be happy. Find your purpose in life. Okay, just be happy. To all women out there, black, white, brown, red, pink, to all women who've been hurt, to all men, but mostly it's women. Listen, I've been there. Everybody before and after you have their journey too. You made it, sister, you made it, okay? And so we do no harm. One last thing. Do your homework on the celibate lifestyle. You will be surprised by the benefits of a celibate lifestyle. You would be shocked. I can't talk about it. Do your homework. I can't think of this lady. There's a lady who has a 2-hour talk on YouTube. I watched this years ago, but I was married, so I couldn't get out of sex. But there's a 2-hour talk from this lady on celibacy, and she was forced to go into celibacy because her husband passed, and she started to document some good things. I can't talk about it, but you can do your homework on celibacy. And you know, you're celibate, and then I don't know, if you get back in partnership, just make sure you're with somebody who won't give you any sexually transmitted demons in that semen. Because we all have had it. I gotta go. I love you. If you're watching me, it's for a reason. There are no coincidences. I'm sorry. There are no coincidences. Sorry. Sail that the cat down the road. The cat down the road. He believes in coincidences. We don't believe in that. There are no coincidences, okay? You'd be amazed. Do not subscribe to me. Don't do it. There is no need to. I'm a target individual, so if you subscribe to me, you're going to have hell to pay too. So don't subscribe to me. Don't subscribe to anybody. Anybody, don't do it. Subscribe to yourself, okay? Do no harm, self-love. Peace.